it really felt like a visual album or a performance of an album, uh, but on video. It was incredible, and I thought that the backup dancers that they had, like, their costumes were so interesting, so cool, and, even though there weren't any costume changes, and it was all kind of in the same location, I felt like they really, um, did a really great job just with, like, the movements and the energy to and yeah, like, to really match the music that was being performed at the time, and I think that that is really, really impressive, um, because they didn't have to rely on all of these different props and things and whatever to make it happen. It was just a really, uh, fully thought out performance, and it was really creative and like nothing that I had ever seen before. Um, this woman singing is just such a star. And the fact that she was able to put this all together and the entire creative team, and it was an engaging, 40 something minute video.
It's almost in this outer worldly place that just doesn't seem like Earth. It almost feels like a different planet because of the nature, the location, but then also because of the dancers and how they're dressed. It's I guess it's meant to feel like she's, Alice in Wonderland, sort of in a different world. Um, this felt more of a like a visual album to me, 'cause she's going through several songs over the course of this 42-minute film. And I don't know if it was necessarily fashion for me, just because there wasn't any change of outfit. Um, it felt more like a representation of the music, which, in a way, it felt like more performance piece. But she's definitely going on a journey somewhere. That was very clear. She's going on a journey and she's interacting with these people that she's meeting on this journey. Some beautiful moments, like the night shots where there was all the lights, how it ends. I thought that was very beautiful.
Hypnotizing camera work, my goodness, the spiraling and twisting around our lead who starts out in what looks almost like a futuristic web ship at the beginning. So it's that perfect interplay between something man-made or something futuristic, the the kind of dissonance of that and nature throughout that I thought made for a really great interplay. The twisting of the trees, the organic movement of the dancers in this bright pastel, very futuristic, almost futuristic Victorian, very man-made um, attire. I thought the movement into new locations, the capturing of the atmospheric textures added a very captivating quality throughout. I loved also the romanticism of the artistic design and the colors, the pastels, the chiffon, the flowing that brought out the ethereal nature of the music as well.
I loved how each song was made very distinctive, either by props, just by energy, from the scenes, the costumes. We had one that played around with a fisheye lens, which I thought was really cool. It was as if we were on the other end of her telescope. And we had another one that was all in black and white. So each song was differentiated very well. I really liked the aesthetics of the whole thing. I thought it was really cool to see the different costumes and what would show up in each song. It was hard to look away. The costumes were really cool and aesthetically pleasing. So we had these really beautiful shots cinematically, especially in the beginning with the white boat and the greenery. I thought that really stood out well and made for some beautiful shots. The main character herself was very magnetic, and she took us along for the ride. So I thought she did a really great job in this as well. Overall, beautiful film, really fun to watch, and I loved all the different costumes in this one.
Music videos are interesting because people take chances with them because they're competing both visually and musically in a very crowded field. Now, so when you see this, you're wondering to yourself, who are they competing with? and that is a bit of a mystery because they are the music's fine. I mean, it's Indonesian pop music, and some of the singers have remarkable voices. Really, they're quite ethereal, and there's a good rock beat. Um, but the imagery is, first of all, it's tame at one level because Indonesia being a Muslim country, but it is also fantastical in some of the imagery. Now, is it a bit self indulgent? Probably. But I found myself drawn into it in part because it is so different. It's a view of the world that we don't normally see, certainly in music videos, where we get the usual fare of rap and pop in music videos. It's unusual to see videos that are based not in the global pop culture, but in a specific country with imagery and a cultural subtext that is not immediately obvious to us.
This girl singing top tier, excellent. Sign her to a record deal. She's selling 1 million records on God. Um, her singing was great. The music was great, but I really want to shout out, the costumes, like her costume, like for that dress to work in all those different, like, yes, it's in one location for the most part, but like, it's a lot of different situations and a lot of different moods and a lot of different types of songs, and that dress worked for all of them. And then also backup dancers, um, or the ensemble is the word, I guess. The ensemble, their costume also worked in a lot of different situations to do a lot of different things to carry a lot of different emotions and tones, and vibes. So good on the costume design for that. My favorite part was when the band came out. The second line, it gave New Orleans, it gave jazzy, it gave Southern vibes. And for me, I'm from Texas, so I'm from the South, so I was really rocking with that. And yeah, also the choreography, the way she interacted with the ensemble was really cool too.
Really got to experience something here that was just completely off my radar otherwise. And I found it really interesting. I mean, it was done well, great execution here. Just really treated us to some interesting visuals and dance and music and a beautiful voice. All of these things of which, like I said, I would have otherwise never had a chance to experience. So for that reason, I'm glad I sat through and watched it.